You want sports? We got sports for you right here, Woodward Sports.
I'm never late. I'm always on time.
Oh.
When have I ever watched him?
I want wings and pizza.
Is wings and pizza?
I want wings and pizza.
Yeah. I played with that gorilla. You hear me?
Okay. You have a Tesla. You float here.
What up, Doe? How you doing? WAP Wednesday. What up, Doe? Wednesday. Joique Bell, Sean Baligian. How you doing, pal? I'm doing better. You motivated me this morning. Tonight I'm gonna have a ferocious workout.
You know what though?
I am gonna have tonight. I looked at that and I compared your workout to my workout, and I fall short.
All right, so
newsflash, I fall short.
All right, so really quick, we have this group text with me and the other people of the show, with Art, Kennedy, Sean, and they asked if we wanted to add any more graphics to to the show today. And so what I did was I went to our text message. I clicked on all the photos and I clicked on the graphics I wanted to upload into the show today. Well, by mistake, I clicked a couple other videos and pictures that I wasn't supposed to send, and one of them was a workout video. Right, it was a workout video, and I sent him a workout video. And he saw it this morning. I can't believe he watched it. It was by mistake.
He grabbed the fist. All right, so do you have the video? Look at this.
Got the video.
There's so much of this. Look at Jeez, Pete. Just stop it. Yeah. Knock it off, Rocky.
That was a TikTok.
What you didn't see? Remember how Rocky took the tree, like in Rocky 4? Joique went downtown and he took the fist of Detroit, the Joe Louis fist, and he was doing squats with the fist on his shoulder. It was incredible.
It's funny.
Never seen anything like it.
I did not mean to send that video. That video was made for TikTok, and I do not like this screen because it makes me wider than what I really am. I worked really hard to get thinner. What was that, Art? Because that's definitely on our director. What up, Dave? I can't read because the TV's so small.
Look at JB showing the guns today. I'm giving up meat if I can look like that. Give me your meat. I'll take both of your meat. I'll have triple portions. Are you kidding me?
It was a long morning, so I don't know what guns he's talking about.
You wanted a gun show? You got a gun show. Don't make me do it. I don't want to scare these kids out there that are watching this show. They don't need that in their life. Jeez, Pete, dude. Oh, Dave says he's making vegan tacos. Vegan.
Making vegan tacos.
Vegan tacos?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything less desirable. Honestly.
It's not bad.
Just for one man's opinion,
Seriously? It's not bad at all.
I'll take your word for it.
I can't wait to get you this sandwich. I can't wait.
I'll take meat, dude. Tacos are so good.
They are good.
Can we talk about how underrated tacos are? Is there any way Art, make a graphic? Tacos are underrated.
Tacos.
That's all I want. That's all I want the graphic to say.
How is it underrated? They have Taco Tuesday. We don't have any other thing that we don't have any.
I don't think we give tacos
meatloaf like Meatloaf Monday. We don't have Meatloaf Monday. We have Taco Tuesday.
It's true. There's some validity there.
So it's not underrated.
I love tacos. Tacos they're good. Anyway, Sean with the farmer stand.
I definitely want some vegan tacos today. Are you using if you're watching this, Dave, are you making the vegan tacos with Beyond Meat vegan ground? Is that what you're using? If so, I'm down.
That is what he's using because he tweeted it at you this morning.
I don't have any notifications on my Twitter. I just go in there and I retweet. I make sure we get Baligian the Bell on my page. I make sure we get the Morning Wood on my page. I make sure we get the hook. Coming up after this show, 3 o'clock. Make sure you tap in.
I've got meat guns. Yeah, it's country strong. When you eat that much protein, I'm not lifting anything. It's just country strong. That's it. Pulled pork for the smoke show today and vegan taco meat for Kennedy and JB. Adam, I like this. Hamburgers mixed with Lipton onion
Nothing
soup
for Art.
mix seasoning for
Listen,
tonight.
Art is mad because he doesn't want to be a part of the show, but he wants to be a part of the show when all the good stuff comes on.
Art, you won't eat pulled pork?
Art,
I
don't
will.
know why you sitting right. Are you on the camera? Can we get?
Yeah, I am on the camera. Thank you, Joique.
No, you wasn't up here. That's what I was talking
okay.
about. Yeah.
No, I just, I thought Dave and I were cool. I had mentioned chicken wings, and it's the Joique, Bell, and Kennedy show. That's all. Like, Dave and I have had some very deep conversations, and I would like to, the preconceived notion that I'm a diva, I don't get paid enough to be a diva. In order to be a diva, you got to make
diva is a mindset.
6 figures.
Diva is a mindset.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that's so you definitely a diva.
I'm the diva of all divas then.
You even have the light on you right now to make sure that.
Yeah, to
people
make
can
me
see.
look extra powdery. Yeah, great idea.
Yeah.
I'm 2 seconds away from being a ghost.
You know what's funny? You could have
Yeah,
stayed in
who's
there and
more
talked to
powdery?
them.
You
No,
or
I was
me?
told by my boss not to stay in there, but to come out here. And actually, I'm double tasking right now because I'm making sure Sawyer's doing a great job. Which, can we give a round of applause to Sawyer? He's done a really
You all better
really
clap.
good- Yeah. Sawyer, put the camera on you. Put the camera on you, Sawyer.
Sawyer literally said he wanted the heat turned up because it's easier to kill people. That's what he gets. He gets angry in there, and so by the time he's baking at about 129, he comes out and he just starts flexing. He just starts murdering people left and right. So good stuff. Great job, Sawyer. Yeah, Art. People are saying you're. I don't know, dude. Like, come here though. Like, cause I do have the country tan. Like, look at the country tan. Who's like seriously? Who's whiter, you or me? Like that's white meat right there. Like who's what?
Pretty.
Dude, I might be.
I think
I might be whiter than you.
I don't know.
Honestly.
You get pretty freckles.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Pretty freckles.
It's about as much sun as we're gonna. Yeah. What are we doing anyway? All right. So good. Glad you could join us. Lots of things to get to on the show. We're gonna talk about the college football stuff. I still contend. I think it would be great if they went D2. More on that in a few minutes. Playoff update. Kennedy came up with lyrics today. This time, Kennedy showed me what the lyrics were, and I gave them a promise I would not look up. I have no idea what any of this means today. You may as well give
I'm
me a
excited.
sentence in Portuguese. I have no idea.
What is it for?
I
Do
would
know?
probably have a better job trying to decipher like a Portuguese sentence.
I need to get.
Gucci Mane's wasted.
Oh.
I love Gucci Mane, so I had to do
Gucci
it.
Mane.
Is that the guy on ESPN?
No.
Whole click
That's
faded,
Kenny
you
Mane.
geeked
They're
up,
two different
crazy,
people.
Big boy
What about
bracelet, we
Bucci
white
Mane?
boy waist, we sloppy Trump.
I
Hold
like
up.
him.
Any hockey fans? Any?
I got you.
there? Speaking of hockey fans, there was a nasty rumor that's been going around, and I've had to deal with this for a long time. And so, Art, you were just as guilty as anybody. In my darkest hour, I had a window into your soul yesterday. You basically accused me of being that guy. And
He has your same socks on, and he
it
has on your
hurt.
shirt and your
I
shorts.
don't have socks on. I don't know what you're talking about. And I have khaki
He's
shorts.
not even in
That's you don't have them on because he has them on.
That's true. He steals things. There you go.
That's crazy that the other guy had a beard and this guy doesn't have a beard.
Well, he shaved after the playoff series win. What are you talking about?
He got smaller hair too.
Yeah, see,
Well,
it's two different people.
I am pretty high on myself, so got a big head.
One's in America, one's in Canada. Half
Can you-
man can't cross over the border. Sean Baligian also
is
cannot cross the
ridiculous.
border. It's two
Can
different people.
we put it to rest now?
Open your eyeballs.
Now that you guys saw that picture, can we
Put that
it to
picture
rest?
back up.
Put the
Sawyer.
put the
Put
picture.
the
up.
picture back up.
Put it to rest now. Let it go. Let
Put
it
the picture
go.
back up. Now, when the
Look, two different
fans
people.
and supporters of this TV show see this, do you guys think that is the same guy from the other video that we played yesterday? Do we think this is the same guy?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a picture of me shaven and him with a beard, and so I'll prove it to you guys. I'm overdue for a shave anyway. I'm going to prove it, so I'll get a picture.
Oh, you're so good.
Him with a beard
You're
and
so
me
good,
me
Sean.
with a shave.
I'm
So-
telling you right now, if I was to ever rob a bank, I would rob a bank with Sean because I know he's not going to give me up. At this point, I'm convinced. This guy is a true-born criminal, and he's not going to give me up. You know, unlike Art, you know, I'll be in the bushes hiding. They catch him. They walk by. They got him in handcuffs. He walked by the bushes. Come on, Drake. They got us. Come on, Drake. You in there? They got us. Come on, man. Shut up, Art. Art, shut up.
Tammy said Habs man has prettier eyes. That's the truth. Isn't that the truth? The things a kid will do when you buy him a car. Anyway, hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll get into this college football playoff thing. You know who is probably happiest today with the rumors of the college football playoff? You know what fan base might be the happiest today? Michigan fans. They might be the happiest today. I'll tell you why when we come back. You are watching Woodward Sports.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Couple things I need to get to. Lynn, congratulations. Lynn said, Peeps, kid is graduating today. I never thought this day would come. Oh my gosh, I'm an emotional wreck. Congratulations, Lynn. Really, that's awesome. Absolutely, positively. You got this. As a parent who's been through it, you've got this. It's the tough day is when you have the graduation party. That's, for me, it was. It was like a blur. It's so weird, Joique. You know, you're going to be going through this pretty soon with your son, I'm sure. You plan this shindig for literally months, and then it's over like that. I mean, it's just like, oh,
It's like a wedding.
wow, that's it.
It's like
Okay.
It's like a wedding.
I hope the kid got some money, you know, and you leave it at that. So congratulations, Lynn. That's awesome, and certainly give your kids some love from us as well.
For sure.
Adam said, Joique, you either bought the wrong size or you're getting too buff.
You know what's funny? What's up, Adam? Atomic Dog. I was just asking Art because I don't know what to do. Like, because the shirt is loose in here, but like the arms, I have to like kind of rip them to kind of get my arms through. I was asking Art on like things I can do to get my arms smaller because he's such a small guy. What's up, Art?
Well, the first thing you could do is congratulate Adam for getting married. You never did that.
I did. I actually texted
No,
him.
you didn't. Didn't see the text. The second thing you can do is leave him alone while he's on vacation. He's on vacation. Let him live his life.
He literally just came in here.
He's allowed
in
to
the
talk
chat.
to you. You do not talk
I
to
can
him.
definitely talk to
You
Atomic Dog. What up? We wish you was here because you're probably the only person that's going to put Art in his place.
Adam, if you don't realize that you are like literally the most important person here, like now you need to know.
Put it back on
we're
Art
saying it
leaving.
publicly.
Put it back
You
on Art
are
leaving.
The most important person here. Poor Adam is on his honeymoon, and his poor Adam his phone has been blowing.
You know what's funny? Because I never check. It's funny that Art doesn't want me talking to Adam, but when the app went down, I'm in the process of calling Adam right now on his vacation, on his honeymoon. Huh? Is that true? Or is that inaccurate, Art? Huh? Do you want to come back in the screen for that, or would you like to stay in the booth and hide? Would you like to stay in the booth and hide? Okay, pretty much. Thought so.
Did you reach out to him?
Yes. Yes, he reached out to him on his honeymoon.
Did you reach out to him?
The side is down, Anna. Everything is going to hell without you here. What do I do? They're yelling at me.
He wouldn't know because this happened at 9. He doesn't show up till 11. Okay, so there's one. Two, I did get a hold of Adam because Adam is the leader of the free world around here. And when there's an issue, I'm sorry.
Even you just told me don't contact him because he's on his honeymoon, but you can call him with something.
Listen,
you can handle it.
Don't be jealous that he gets paid 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures to do what he does here. And sometimes you need to be reachable. And thanks to Adam, we solved a very important issue this morning. Now, what I will say, Joy, is instead of worrying about
thank you for
instead
answering.
of worrying
He can't
about
get a
what
week
I'm
off.
doing, maybe
Adam
stop.
can't get a week off.
Instead of worrying about what I'm doing.
They're working Adam to death here. That's why he's getting married. He used that for an excuse to get away for a week.
Instead of worrying about what I'm doing, maybe
he got married to get away from. He got
Gap.
married to get away from art.
Can
for
we
a
stop
week.
getting our shirts at the Baby Gap? Worry about that first instead of worrying about who I'm
Can
calling
you start
and texting?
Can you start getting your clothes from Baby Gap and just feel like a grown man? Like
Listen,
that?
I will battle rap you right now. You
Let's
do
go.
not want these bars.
We can go.
We'll set it up.
We can go.
We'll set it up.
Yeah.
3-minute rounds. I will body you 3-0. And
I got bars for you
disaster.
right now.
You won't.
Huh?
You won't. So college football. Let's talk about it, Sean. God, it's so difficult being here.
Everybody,
All I'm going to say is
everybody
Adam
want to be a
said
part of the
Joique is
coaches,
right.
but
That's
not
all
a part
I'm
of the
gonna
coaches.
say.
I'm done.
What was that?
Adam said Joique is right.
Joique is. That's what Adam said.
Y'all aren't fired. I quit. There you go.
He said I'm fired as he's walking back into the booth. That's hilarious. You know your place here.
So when the college football playoff came out, I think I'll just speak for me. I don't like to speak for anybody else. It was better than the BCS. It was better than the BCS, but it could be improved. And you knew that there was going to be a period of time that we dealt with this because the contract was for 10 years. And then the big question was, what were we going to do after 10 years? And I think a lot of people assumed, I know Kirk Herbstreit in particular has been a big proponent of throwing in an and one kind of aspect to this. But everything that we're hearing right now is it's going to move to 12 teams. I absolutely, positively love it. I love it, love it.
I didn't know where you were going with that. Okay.
I love it.
Before we go there though, I want to get. So you said Adam said that Joique is right because
Yes.
Art kept calling Adam all night trying to get this corrected, and Adam comes down and says, Art FaceTimed me with no clothes on, and there were other actions going on in the background. Is that accurate?
Sean, pick a side.
Is that accurate?
Pick a side, Sean.
Hey, Mitch said Joique
Love,
Joique
Art.
bicep is the size of Art's thigh. He's just jelly.
I choose love. I choose love. Can I buy you lunch? Are you hungry?
No,
I
I'll wait
proved
for
I
my
can
friends
tango
Dave and Mike
solid
from the
issues at
Smoke
work.
Show
I
to
was
get me
impressed
lunch,
with
but I appreciate it. My friends, Dave
Adam
and Mike.
said that I proved I could tangle unsolved issues at work that Art couldn't do. I was impressed with myself.
Yeah,
Good job, Adam.
it was
Adam,
really
you are
great.
the man here.
Yep.
And we understand.
You know what? Send a group text to Chad, too. You could get me out here sooner rather than later. Now let's move on to college football, please.
Chat. It's Mr. Johnson to you.
The best thing is Adam probably thinks we're joking. Like that's the. I mean, Adam is like the most important person here. Let's be honest. That's the way it is.
I will say this, and then we have to really move on to sports because that's a big complaint that we're getting. I don't even want to start that discussion. But without Adam, I am nothing. I will admit that. He's taught me everything I know, including how to make babies. So thank you, Adam.
Including how to what?
Make babies.
Make babies?
Children.
I have always been of the opinion that I thought that they were going to move to maybe 8, and I didn't like 8. And I'll tell you why I didn't like 8. Because they wanted to make something like automatic bids for 8 teams, and I don't think that's right. And I'll tell you why I don't think it's right. Occasionally you have, and we've seen it in college football before. You've had that team that gets to the conference championship game and pulls an upset, and an upset can happen. And you have a 7-5 team as a conference champion. And if you don't think that can happen, it happened in the Big Ten in 2012, and it's happened in the Big 12 before. So I've not been a fan of the automatic bids. And people are going, what are you talking about? Well, then what does a conference title mean? Well, okay, then you don't have to worry about that. If you are an 11-1 Power 5 conference champion, if you are a 12-1 Power Conference champion, you don't have to worry about it. But the thing that I keep hearing, and I don't know if this is official, but obviously it's been in the news that they're talking about expanding the playoffs. The thing that I keep hearing from my circle is that they're looking at 12 teams right now, and they're going to have automatic bids for the Power 5, and then they're going to have some at-larges. And I think that's great. So what they're going to do is they're going to have a four teams would get a bye, kind of like what D2 does now. 4 teams would get a bye, the top 4 teams, and then they would have 8 teams after that. And those teams would all play each other, cutting it down to, obviously, you can do the math, cutting it down to your final 8, then a final 4, and a championship game. And the reason why I say Michigan fans should be happy about this is you've proven yourself completely incapable of winning the Big Ten. Maybe you can get an at-large bid.
So how do you think they're going to do the bowls?
I think the bowl system will stay intact. I really do, because look at the way that they've done it since the college football playoff. You still have the bowl seasons. They just have, now these are the semifinal games, and then you've got the championship game that rotates, amongst the Fiesta Bowl, the Rose Bowl, et cetera, et cetera. I think you can still do it. I hope that bowl games remain a part of college football. I think they're great. And even if you're not in the final 12, is it cool to, hey, let's go down to and you broadcast it. Let's go to the Motor City Bowl. Here's 8-5 Maryland taking on 8-5 Indiana. Yeah, I'll go to games like that, and I think fans like to do that. It's part of the holiday season and everything. I'll give you an example. When Michigan State went to the Rose Bowl after the 2013 season, what did that game mean? It was the last year before the college football playoff, so legitimately, what did that game mean? It didn't mean anything. In today's college football world, it didn't mean anything. You know what it meant? It meant the Big Ten champions playing the Pac-10 champion in the Rose Bowl. That didn't stop me from going. And I'd go again.
I think
now, the difference is if you're the Big Ten champion, you're going to be in the college football playoff, which is something different. But would I go see a playoff game? Absolutely. Another example. My son said to me when Michigan State won the Big Ten again in 2015, he said, Dad, do you want to go to the college football playoff if they beat Iowa? Because I was working the night of the Big Ten championship, and we couldn't go. We wanted to go to Indy, but I had a hockey game that night, so I couldn't go. And so after they beat Iowa, remember that drive? Greatest freaking drive ever. After they beat Iowa, my son said, do you want to go down to Dallas? Do you want to go to the college football playoff? And I was like, absolutely not. And he looked at me. He was like all confused. I go, why? Because Alabama's going to smoke them. I'm not going to watch that. And Alabama smoked them. They could have picked a score that day, but Michigan State got to the dance. They won the Big Ten. They got to the playoff. Nobody can take that away from them. But newsflash, Alabama beat somebody badly. In other news, the sun rose this morning. It's just like you're just not in the same. You're not in the same class.
But that's your team, though.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go there and watch them get their. I almost said something inappropriate, but I stopped myself, and I'm very proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too.
Yeah.
So that's
I wasn't going to go there. I'm not. Why did I do that? So I'm interested to hear, like, those of you that love college football. Is this something that you want? Is this desirous to you? Is this something that, you think this is good for college football? The biggest problem I've had with college football are the old people that run college football. And I'll tell you why they've pissed me off for so many years when we come back, okay? Cool? In the meantime, I want to tell you about 8 Mile Vodka. Born in Detroit, it's distilled in single 90-liter batches to allow for optimal quality control and care. Carbon-filtered, aerated, bottled at the perfect time to produce a subtle taste with smooth finish and character all its own. It's an exceptional premium vodka that can be chilled out and enjoyed straight or mixed to create an exceptional cocktail. Might I suggest a Moscow Mule with this stuff? Thumbs up.
Delicious.
Next time you're out,
Nothing
ask
better.
your bartender for an 8 Mile Vodka or pick up a bottle at Meijer. And as always, drink responsibly. Interested to hear your thoughts. 12-team playoff, is that something that interests you? And it's about time these old men that run college football get their heads out of their asses. He's Joique Bell. I'm Sean Baligian. This is Woodward Sports.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Couple comments before we get back to the topic at hand. Art is like my wife. You're either with her or against her.
Yeah.
Somebody said Art is a good guy, has the talent and potential to grow the Woodward Sports Network.
Who said that?
Adam. Not the Adam. Another Adam.
Oh.
The Adam wouldn't darely say that. I love what Marcus said here. I love it. UCF could have been the national champions. Decide it on the field.
So here's my thing. With adjusting to expand the playoffs to possibly 12 teams, 8 plus, what does that do for the divisions as far as, like, you said it benefits Michigan, but to me, I agree with you when
I was being facetious.
Well, and I know, but what I will say is with the bowl games, they'll never get rid of those. We want to know why? Sponsorship. They make so much money, and the players don't get anything.
You know what? You're pissing me off right now because, seriously, that's been my biggest problem.
Yeah.
You know how I did that tease going into the commercial break? That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is this golden egg in college football. Art, and you said it very succinctly. I'm not being swarmy. There is this golden egg in college football that just spits money out.
Yeah.
And the people that run college football, hi, Bill Hancock, they don't want to change things. Why? Because they're sitting on a golden egg. And what I've never understood, and anybody who's listened to me for years, I've said this for over a decade, what I've never understood is why they don't want to get off that giant golden egg they have and realize that they could have 3 or 4 more giant eggs as well. And in case you don't know this, the guy who is the head of the college football playoff was the guy that was the head of the BCS, and he hated the idea of the college football playoff. And I always use the analogy, that's like God and Satan switching sides. I mean, really, that's like, hey, Satan's been the greatest enemy to humanity for like forever, and all of a sudden now he's our biggest fan, he's our biggest supporter.
Right.
Huh? It doesn't make sense. So at the end of the day, Art, to your point, okay, those, college games, whether they be here, whether it be the Cheez-It Bowl, wherever, they can stay. But what they can do is have these big, giant eggs for the first round of the playoff, and then the second round of the playoff, and then the third round of the playoff. And guess what? If the two teams prove it on the field, not talk about how good they are, but actually go out in the field and win those games, then you get one more giant egg. Like, look, I'm not the smartest guy, okay? I'll be the first guy to say it. But how could these smart people that have been around money all their life not realize that? It has been like one of life's mysteries to me. You're smart. You have lots of money. How can you realize, if I have one game that is a giant egg, what would happen if I had 4 games that were a giant egg? I'd have 4 gold eggs! What the frick is wrong with you?
Good job, Sean. What's up, Art? No, I said Art. I said Art.
That's fine. College football doesn't want to see, let's say they have 12 teams or 16. They don't want to see a 16 for a 12 seed win. They want the best team. So that's why they do 4, because they want Alabama, Ohio State. They don't want to see UCF win.
Fish, you walked right into it. Define best team. What is best team? The team that we think is the best, the team that talks and chirps and tells everybody what they're going to do, or is it the team that goes on the field and actually wins it on the field? Because your definition of best team and my definition of best team might be different.
So that's where the argument comes in, where they take these teams, they take their schedule, then they go off strength of schedule. And so now, if you have a team that beats Ohio State, right, and let's just say Maryland beats Ohio State goes and beat Alabama, and Alabama beats Maryland, and now it comes to like a time, like how do they decipher? And say they all end with the same record. Who are they going to pick then? How would that work?
It sounds like it's going to be the committee, but this is why I scream for years. Look, you guys don't like to hear this. I love our conference, okay? I do. I'm a Big Ten fan, all right? And our conference was living in the 1800s for a long time. And not only did it show on the football field, but it showed in terms of forward thinking. This is a conference that went kicking and screaming, even having a conference championship game. The SEC had a conference championship game in 1992. It took the Big Ten till 2011 to have a conference championship game. The hell's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Back in my day.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was in Big Ten country. And people were just la-di-dee, la-di-da. I love the Big Ten. Big 2 and Little 8. Michigan and Ohio State rule. I mean, because that's what we grew up with, right? Yeah. And at the end of the day, like, to your point, Fish, and you know what? I'm going to Fish and I talk hockey every morning. Like, we just privately talk hockey every morning, okay? Toronto was the 1 seed. Toronto was better than Montreal. Mm-hmm. Toronto kicked Montreal's ass during the regular season. When they played in the playoffs, guess what happened? Montreal beat them. Settle it on the ice. Settle it on the field. Don't tell me what you're going to do. Shout out to my Michigan friends out there. Don't tell me what you're... Just go do it.
Why are you always trying to throw Michigan under the bus?
I don't have to throw Michigan under the bus. They've been under the bus for a long time now. But, Joique, you know why? Because you know what we hear around here? I mean, let's be honest. Can we be adult for a second?
Let's be honest.
We hear what Michigan's going to do every year. Every year. And Michigan is a great... Texas, USC, the usual suspects of we're back. We hear every year what they're going to do.
UCA, I mean,
and
USCA,
some people think that let's just put them in the Big Ten championship, and it doesn't work that way. You have to earn your way there by winning games.
Yeah,
you know that better than anybody. You play. Prove it on the field. Don't talk about how great you are. Don't talk. Well, and this is my problem with the committee. We think that this team is better than the other team. Well, you know what? I don't have to think anymore. Let's let this team come in as an at-large. Let's let this team come in as a top seed. And guess what? If they win, we get to prove it on the field. I always use Ohio State and Miami back in 2002. Maurice Clarett as an example. Do you guys remember the point spread in that game? Miami hadn't lost in like 2 years. The point spread was like 18.5 points. Ohio State doesn't belong on the same field as Miami. They're going to be completely outclassed. You know how that game turned out?
You said it was that Willis McGahee, right? You said it's last year?
Yeah, and Maurice Clarett. There's Maurice Clarett's 1 year.
Okay.
You remember how that game turned out?
Yeah.
Settle it on the field. What's wrong with that? Don't tell me what's going to happen. Show me. And I would hope that every human out there agrees with that. And all jokes aside, I'm being 100% serious. If Michigan does have a really good year, you know, like you remember the 1 year that the JT was short year, okay? Michigan was a really good team that year. You know what? Maybe they get one of the at-large bids, and they have an opportunity to prove it on the field. Okay, we didn't win our conference, but guess what? We got one of the at-large bids, and our first-round matchup is against the ACC champion Clemson. Well, to the people that are calling Michigan a fraud, you know how you could shut me up? Go out and beat Clemson. Other than that, it's just hot air. That's all it is. Go beat Clemson. And then at that point in time, somebody like me, okay, I have no choice but to go, dude, you just beat Clemson. Respect. Yeah, who wouldn't want that? Right?
I think as athletes, we want those moments. We want them so badly. Like I play better with a chip on our shoulder.
Sure.
And I think that's how it was here in Detroit. I think you play better when you have that chip on your shoulder because everyone's counting you out except for yourself. That's why a lot of teams, like I'll give you a perfect example. 2011, Wayne State didn't even know they made the playoffs. So they go play their first game in Lake Superior. Oh, was it Lake Superior State up north?
St. Cloud.
St. Cloud. Played them up north. Won that game in a terrible inclement weather. Kind of reminds me back of Philly. And then goes to go play the defending national champs in Minnesota Duluth, beats them, and then they go down to Winston-Salem, another team that was D1 who dropped down from D1 down to D2 and were undefeated, 14-0 I think at the time. Go down there, play them there. You get into it with the other commentator, the analyst there. You get into it with him, and then we beat them there, and then we go to the national championship game, and that's the definition of selling it on the field, because at the time they were the last seed. They were the last seed in the playoff.
Every place that we went to, and I'll tell you which place was the worst. Honestly, it was Nebraska Kearney was the worst. They were so cocky. What a cute little story. Oh, what you guys should
Was that
be,
the third game?
That was the second game. You guys should be really happy and proud that you got to this point. We're just too good. And and that's what happened in Winston-Salem. I got sick of hearing it. First, and St. Cloud was all right. Kearney was bad.
No.
Duluth
was St. Cloud.
It was St. Cloud, then Kearney,
was Duluth
then
too?
Duluth,
Okay.
then Winston-Salem. And by the time Winston-Salem came around, I got sick of it.
You got sick of it?
I got sick of it.
Yes.
I wasn't a jerk on the air, but I told you we were doing our pregame interview, and the guy goes, "Well, you've had such a good run, you have nothing to hang your head about." Like the flipping game was over, and I kind of went Art. Now that I know Art, I kind of went Art. I just looked at him and I go, "Well, golly gee, I hope we can stay within 28. You guys are the best." And like he just goes, he kind of like, "Huh?" And I go, "There's a reason these guys are here."
Yeah.
Like they just went on the road and won 3 games.
On the road.
Like don't be shocked when Wayne State wins today.
They had to win 4 games on the road to make it to the national championship game.
So you know what I did? Did I tell you what I did? Our booths were right next to each other, and there's glass between us. And Wayne State broke up the play, the last play, and 50 seconds left. And this is really out of character for me. He's in the booth next to me. No, I literally, I turned around, I threw my headphones off, and I went like this, both fists, and I banged his glass, right? And he kind of pops his head up, and I went, "Ooh."
That's not out of your character.
He was such a cocky, like, if he had his rings, he was dangling his rings because they had won all these rings, and you just, the cute little kids from Detroit.
You look cute.
I almost swore. I'm catching myself. I'm getting better. I'm growing up.
Okay. I'm so
growing.
proud.
I got chastised by somebody in my life. So I said it. I'm not telling. I promise I wouldn't narc on them, my wife. So this is one thing that I'm not. Nope. I'm a good boy.
Charles is a good boy. Give him some candy.
That sounds creepy.
Huh?
That sounds like something Uncle Sean might say. That sounds really creepy.
Give me some candy.
I'm not gonna.
Give me some candy. I love it. We have a great show.
Can we break?
Can we break?
Can you find a way to make us break?
No, don't worry about it. I got
really
you.
Creepy right
Start
now.
a new career.
Yes.
In the industry that is not as creepy as this studio. The heating and cooling industry. To learn more today, go to northwesterntech.edu and learn more. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
Right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5.
Every day, right here on The Hook.
On Woodward Sports Network.
Delivery that got you. It was
Stop it right now. Stop it right now.
It was the delivery. I think it had to be the delivery.
This is the most ridiculous place I've ever been in my entire life. This studio. You guys are 9.
This is awful.
Hey, Kennedy, do you regret Giving Tuesday?
I regret everything. I regret everything.
Art, you make me laugh really
Giving
hard. You know
Tuesday.
that. I think you're one of the funniest people I've ever met. Yeah,
No.
like I'm serious. Art, there's something about you, your delivery.
Yeah.
You just make me laugh. Your demeanor. Joique just killed me during the break with something he did. I don't know if we can talk about it, but and it was.
You can.
Do you know what?
Art shaking his head.
It was
Content.
Art.
Content.
You know what, Art? Your delivery is what makes you you.
Yeah.
And like how you get so mad and you sell it. Joique had this like look of, it was almost parental disgust during the break. And any parent out there we've all kind of been there before, right?
Yeah.
Where you have those two guys battling on your shoulder, right? There's the good dad and the bad dad. And there are times like you just want to say something to your kid, and then you're like, don't, take a breath. Don't say something you're going to regret. And 9,999 times out of 10,000, the good guy wins for me, right? You know, I won't give an example, but there was one time my son did something, and I was just like, don't react. Just don't.
Just leave.
Nothing. And I just said, are you okay? And he did, and everything was great because he did something dumb, and I'm not going to throw him under the bus for it. But I just said, are you okay? That's what I want to know right now. And he told me, he's like, Dad, thank you. Because I was like flipping out. I thought like you were going to lose your mind. And I was like, Jack, you have no idea how close I came to losing my mind. Like, I'm actually proud of myself today that I didn't.
Yeah, now
No. So anyway,
He's going to get to the point. Just let him land the point.
Joique had that look that every parent knows. That
Well.
What are you doing? But then what came out of his mouth
Was ridiculous.
How was it ridiculous? That's what you.
It was ridiculous.
It wasn't ridiculous. That's what I saw. I looked to my right, all I see is legs in the air.
So I went horseback riding for the first time in a very long time over the weekend.
Yeah.
And I have really bad hip flexors, and they crack. So I was moving my hip so they would pop back into place.
Hold on. Don't move it to the side, because that's not where your leg was at. All right, show what you really were doing.
Show the people.
Show the people. Show the people. My hip flexor.
Really bad. It's
That
not a
looks
joke.
more like
Ask
your
my
hamstring.
chiropractor.
So Joique, can you share the quote that you gave?
I know. I looked to the right and I said, Kenny, why are you on the couch on, like, this is not national TV, but it's national streaming so everybody can see you. Why are you over there busting it open? Like, just over there busting it open on the couch, doing the show, distracting me. Like, what are you doing?
Distracting.
Yeah.
Busting it open.
Like, we trying to do that. And we look up, we see legs in the air. We like, and Art standing right here. You know what he's known for doing. So I'm just like, so I don't know what's really going on. HR, let's get
Busting it open.
busting it open.
Busting it open.
It's like when Sawyer comes running out of the barn door. Ah! He just busts it open and
Just bust it open.
he's ready to murder people.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was great.
Good.
Oh, that was funny.
And I think it was Sean's first time ever hearing that.
I've
Hearing
never
that
heard the
phrase.
term, but it was the combination of you having the parental look and then using that terminology that was good.
And then
Oh my goodness gracious!
it
that was
caught on
funny.
like 5 seconds later.
That was funny. That was
That was good content.
Sometimes you know what we're all doing this together, you guys as well, and sometimes things come up, and you say funny things, or Art does funny things, or Joique says funny things, and we can all react together. So I'm going to use busting it up at some point in time. I have to, you have to.
It's like bussin' though. Bussin', not
Oh,
busting.
no, not more of that
You're
stuff.
busting it open. Yeah, let's do Slangin with Sean while we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Speaking of things that Sean doesn't know.
Oh,
I have
God.
no idea what this means.
You want me to rap it for you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you want me to? Do you
No,
want to
have
rap
Sean
it, or do
read
you
it.
want me to read it?
Sean, you read it, then Joique, you read it.
All right, you read it first, and I'll rap it.
Okay.
All right.
Whole click faded.
what I just
We
said.
geeked
Thanks,
up
Joique.
crazy. Big boy bracelet. We white boy wasted. Crazy wasted. We slopping trunk disgusted. The liquor keep wasting. Racing 7 big booty broads chasing. Is it a NASCAR race? Are you running 7 wide?
Something like a race.
Spring break 50,000 white girls shake it.
Some get ran. It's a race.
Is it
All
see,
right.
when you say that, that makes me is it a train?
No.
Is
All right,
somebody
so,
running a train?
Whole click faded, we geeked up crazy. Big boy bracelet, we white boy wasted. We slumping trunk, discuss it. The liquor keep wasting. Racing 7 big booty bras still chasing. Spring break 50,000 white girls shake it. And it keeps going, but like that's get race. It's yeah.
When
This
I
is
was
like
younger,
this is
so
this
much
is
younger than today.
this was a song that this
I
actually
never
came.
needed anybody's help in any
Sean,
way.
this probably came out in like this song probably dropped in like 05, 06.
I'll never forget it.
You had to be about 30. You
Mind
had to
you,
be
I
every
was
bit
down
of
at Virginia
35,
Beach, man. We
35,
were clubbing.
34. No,
This
you were
was
married.
released in 09.
09? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I was-
It was
yeah.
when Gucci was still fat.
That's when I
It
came
wasn't
up
ripped
with
that was
the.
Fat Boy.
Gucci.
Yeah, it was Fat Boy.
Yeah.
This clone Gucci, I like that old school Gucci. You know
Me
that.
too.
That old school. You should have really got photo shoot. You should have grabbed that photo shoot. So, give us your terminology on what you think this means. This is like learning. This is like a playbook. It's
Whole clique faded, we geeked up crazy. They are like me and they're tired of the Woodward Sports chat group. I have no whole clique faded, we geeked up crazy. I have no idea. Like, how is any human being supposed to understand what the heck that means? Big boy bracelet, we white boy wasted. But I went to Big Boy and ate their super Big Boy, and they gave me a bracelet for finishing the and then I got high-end protein, and so I'm white boy racing because I had too much protein.
On this particular thing, you're not really taking protein, but you're giving it. But go ahead, keep going.
Joique said that. I didn't. No trouble for me. I'm not getting in trouble anymore.
This is the lyrics.
All right.
This is the lyrics.
We slopping trunk disgusted, the liquor keep wasting.
Okay.
Somebody put too much ice in their whiskey. You don't disrespect a good whiskey. You put a cube in there. Maybe, depending on how much whiskey you have, maybe I'll allow 2, but you don't put any more ice in there than that.
Okay. So, has he got any right yet?
No.
What is it? All right. Go to
Racing 7 big booty broads chasing. I don't. Like, Sir Mix-a-Lot showed up and everybody's likes big butts and they cannot lie. I have no idea what that means.
Sir
Just
Mix-a-Lot.
closer.
Close. That's the closest one you probably had.
Spring break, 50,000 white girls shake it.
Yeah.
They're shaking their booties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
one.
spring break and
Yeah.
they have thongs.
You got one.
And they're look at my butt.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well,
Did
when
you
they,
like how I shaked like that? Did you
yeah,
like
but
that?
you don't move your whole shoulders too.
Oh, I don't move my
I can't
shoulder?
stand a
Am I
person who
supposed to do
dance. Yeah.
Like that? Is
And
that
so-
how you do it?
And so what we're gonna do is when we come in from break, we're gonna grade Sean on how well he did with answering Slangin with Sean. Sean Baligian, Joique Bell. What was sports? Say to him.
Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. I'm trying to find me a shirt. Ooh, look at these swimming shorts. What are you doing over there, Stick?
I'm trying to find me a drink. Ooh, look at these bonfire bitters.
Ready for summer.
Let's go.
You don't fumble the ball at work. Hey, Joique Bell, Sean Baligian. See you guys next weekend.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, Bell's soft. Wait till it comes to New Zealand. Pour that out.
So that's the thing that happened with my son, but let's not talk about that.
All right.
I had to tell them what it was.
Okay.
Just, you guys
Good.
agree with me that that's beyond
Yeah.
bad. That's like just beyond. And he's a great kid. He just dumb
Okay.
mistake.
All
Hi,
right.
Jack. I'm not airing dirty laundry, so I don't need you mad at me too.
Who's
you know
that?
who's
Who said
really
that?
mad at me is Rocket.
Who said that?
Where's Art? I want Art to come over. Rocket and Art
What's
are
up?
best friends.
Are you not gonna go back and see Rocket? Art? Are you serious?
Rocket and Art are best friends.
Just a deadbeat all around. Deadbeat all around.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I was busy trying to run a show. What did you say, Sean?
Oh, don't pull that.
Rocket
card.
misses you. That's
Oh,
what,
I miss Rocket. He's
Yeah.
a great dog.
Yeah,
what
Rocket
would you grade? What would you grade his performance, Joique? Like being honest, like
I would give. He got 1 out of 5, so I would give him a 20%.
so that's an E. That's a fail.
It's just an F.
Right. It's a yeah.
Yeah, I won't call it an E. Just a
Kennedy,
fail.
what grade would you give Sean on the?
But I would give him an A for effort.
I will give him a B for effort and an F for execution.
Fish.
C.
See.
Fish
All
are
right.
the best. You are such a
We
wonderful
forgot
human being.
Sawyer. Sawyer's got a
Sawyer.
A D for death!
an A for axe.
The TB. He got the TB totally like he got the TB for totally bombed it.
I mean, we can say it that way. Yeah, I guess total bomb, but he's getting better every week. I've been here
better.
for a
He
few weeks.
did better last week.
Yeah.
He did better last week.
Or
Full
Tampa Bay
disclosure, Art,
Rays.
I'm going to ask you, did you know what all these lyrics meant?
I mean, I'm hip with the culture. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody want to be a part of the culture, but
I'm
not part of the
I
culture.
had no idea what. All right, so when click faded, we geeked up crazy can be defined as.
Whole clicked up, faded, like the whole clique is drunk, and we geeked up like they hype. So they out and they hype.
All right.
And then you have
Big boy bracelet, we white boy waist.
Big boy bracelet, like he got on a big money bracelet. Big money bracelet. White boy, and when white boys go out, what he's saying is that they get really, really wasted, like sloppy, drunk, falling over. White boy wasted. They get wasted.
We slop and trunk disgusted that liquor.
We hold them
keep
to a high
wasting.
regard to that. We're slopping, trunk disgusted. What is that? I don't even know. We soap and trunk disgusted. The liquor keep waste. I don't know, but liquor keep wasting this. They so disgustedly drunk that they keep spilling their liquor while they walk. So
yeah.
So that's
Kinda
basically
got that right.
Yeah.
They're wasting liquor. Right?
Racing 7 big booty bras chasing. This one's for you, Kennedy, because you can relate so much to it. Go ahead.
What?
I said this is on you because you can relate to this lyric. You picked it.
Oh, I can
You
relate to it?
You be chasing them.
What
I don't
are
know.
these shots right now?
Huh?
You're taking shots at me.
Because I'm so disappointed what I saw earlier. I'm so disappointed.
Oh,
I'm disappointed.
What is Racing 7 big booty broads chasing?
he's
Kennedy?
chasing after 7 women with big butts, is what my guess would be.
I
Or
think
they're
like 7
chasing
big.
him.
I think 7 big booties are racing.
To Gucci.
Or away from Gucci, or they took
I'm just
Gucci and they
thinking the
chasing them.
motorboat. Anybody see Wedding Crashers? Motorboat.
All right, spring break. So what do you think this one is?
Oh.
Spring break, 50,000 white girls shake it.
That's the one he got right.
He 50-50. He got to get the whole thing.
Ass is out. They're shaking it at the club.
All right, and then he's throwing 50,000 at them for them to do it. So.
By the way, can we talk about how hot Jane Seymour was in Wedding Crashers? Are we?
Who?
No. Okay.
Who's that? I haven't seen Wedding Crashers.
Call me. Ruined it.
I haven't seen it.
You never saw Wedding Crashers?
Is that with Adam Sandler?
No.
Owen Wilson.
No, that's with my comedian from yeah. I'm thinking of is that with my guy who played in Shanghai Nights with Jackie Chan, that same guy?
No.
That comedian guy?
Maybe this is the next one. Movies with Joique. Is that the one with? That's what we could call the bit. Is that the one with?
We can. You know what? I will love that because I am a movie head, but I always see Wedding Crasher and I never want to
Vince
watch
Vaughn.
it. Yeah, I've seen that. Him and the other. That's the guy
Owen
from
Wilson.
That's the guy from Shanghai Nights.
I don't know.
With the nose and the blonde hair.
With the nose.
And the nose and blonde hair.
He did get his nose smashed. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got that smashed nose. Yeah. Yeah, he's got.
Isn't it Shanghai Nights with Jackie Chan?
And Will Ferrell makes a great cameo in that movie.
And he falls in love with one of the girls.
Rachel.
I've seen
what's her
that.
name?
Yeah, I've seen. Come on,
Rachel
son.
McAdams.
There's not too many movies you can throw at me that I have not seen.
That's
It's not too many.
Wedding Crashers is great.
Huh? You agree? You agree with that, Art?
I said you must have a lot of free time.
A lot of jealous people in the world.
So playoff
A lot
action
of jealous
last night. I'll start with the Stanley Cup playoffs. Congratulations to the defending Stanley Cup champion, Tampa Lightning. They dispatch of the Carolina Hurricanes 4-1. Tampa quickly establishing themselves as the team to beat. My poor boy Alex Nedeljkovic played so well for Carolina. Shout out to Alex. Great kid. One of the nicest human beings you'll ever want to meet. But last night, there's Ned. God bless you, Ned. Great kid. Last night was a classic playoff hockey game, and you were going to have to work to get a goal last night, and that's exactly what Tampa did. Tampa was all over, but Ned was up to the challenge, and in the end of it, Tampa ends up winning that game going away. For those of you that stayed up too late last night, like yours truly, the Avs blew a 2-0 lead in the third period and lost 50 seconds into overtime. So Las Vegas is 1 win away from playing Le Canadien de Montréal in the NHL's version of the Final Four. 50 seconds into overtime. And Colorado was in complete control of that game. And then Mark Stone scores 50 seconds into overtime, and Vegas has a chance to go home and finish off the Avs, who were many people, not just yours truly, many people's prohibitive favorite. And so this goes back to the conversation that we had about college football a few minutes ago. Stick with us here. Wouldn't it be great if you actually settled on the ice? Because so many people pick Colorado to win the Stanley Cup, including yours truly. And Colorado's one game away from elimination. That's why you play the game. That's why you play the game. It's not a popularity contest. It's not a chirp fest. That's why you play the game. Somebody forgot to tell Vegas that they were supposed to roll over and play dead against Colorado. Now, it isn't over yet. Avs take the next 2 games, and it's going to be Colorado and Montreal in the Final Four. But good stuff. Great. The game last night was awesome. Like that Colorado. Do you know what?
I'll tell you now, right now, nothing is more, nothing is scarier than a man with his back against the wall. Nothing's more scary. Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Art, you have everything to lose. So stop pointing at yourself. You have everything to lose.
Sean, I have a question for you about the Avalanche.
Yes.
Are Detroit fans like still very anti-Avs? I feel like it's not as prevalent as it once was, because when did that happen? 98 or 97?
Well, 96 was really the spark. It was the hit on Chris Draper.
Right.
So 96 was the spark, and then they had all those series. I think 2002 was the last of it.
Okay.
Because most of the guys
I don't feel the beef
moved on
so much anymore.
Well, they played in 2008 in the second round, and the Avs weren't very good. And the Wings were, eventually they won the Stanley Cup. And it just, I think people tried to make it into a something, but it
simmered.
All the names change.
Yeah.
All the names change, and I think that has a lot to do with it.
So it wasn't more so a culture thing. It was more so just those names against each other.
I think so. You hated the individuals. You hated the individuals. That's it's so funny. People in both towns know all the names. Mike Keane. Yeah. You know Joe Sakic. You know Peter Forsberg.
So
you know
different.
Adam Foote. All the people there. You know Darren McCarty. You know Kirk Maltby. So it was a names thing. It was a names and circumstances, and unfortunately, it didn't have a lasting. It didn't have a lasting rivalry.
So it's not a Detroit. It's not a Lions versus the Bears or Lions versus the Packers. It's more so like the Bad Boys versus the Jordan era.
Yeah,
it's kind of
like Tammy said. It was a Lemieux thing. Claude Lemieux was like the ultimate villain, and there were other minor villains. The one thing I always said during that rivalry was there were 2 guys that were. I always loved Peter Forsberg. I love the way Peter Forsberg played. I would go to war with Peter Forsberg. War. But people didn't like him. The 2 guys that were kind of immune to it were Joe Sakic and Steve Yzerman. Like, how do you hate Joe Sakic? That's like saying I hate vanilla ice cream. Well, I may not like vanilla ice cream, but you don't hate vanilla ice cream. He's just vanilla. And the same thing, like, how do you hate Steve Yzerman? And it's funny because I talked to people in Denver about that, and they said the same thing. They were like, he's the one guy that's just like immune. You don't hate Steve Yzerman. It doesn't mean that you like him, but how do you hate Steve Yzerman? He doesn't do anything wrong to hate him, right?
Yes, he won.
Yeah, maybe.
What did the Bears do to make you hate him? They won. And so that's why people will hate him.
I didn't swear, though. I came close, but I didn't.
So how you feel about the Bears, though? You know that thing that you and your brother used to do in the back seat of the car?
Got you last?
Got you last? And y'all did it because it got your dad? It got your dad riled up?
Oh, he gets so mad.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you people? I used to love what the hell's wrong with you people. It just it had the worst effect. Like, it's supposed to make me calm down. It made me laugh even harder.
You know what really grinds my gears?
And that's when I take a nap. That's shortly thereafter I'd end up.
Now, speaking of the Bad Boys in the Jordan era, now watching that 76ers game last night, you know what really grinds my gears? is when we lose good players and they go to other teams and they just take off. Blake Griffin been one, but a player from this team, Tobias Harris, I loved him here in Detroit. I didn't want to see him go. He was one of our prime players here. But in order for them to win against Atlanta, Embiid is going to have to continue to play the way he played last night.
Philly is so interesting because, I mean, they effed it up for so many years. I mean, and when I say effed, I mean freaked, of course. They screwed it up for so many years. You know, they had, this rebuild, that rebuild, this rebuild. I think it's a cautionary tale as to it's not as easy as I think people think it to be. You know, they wasted a lot of, good young players. And as much as we like Troy Weaver, and we do, I do, I'm going to speak for me, nobody else. It's also a cautionary tale, and okay, well, you understand it might take some time.
Yeah.
Even with some,
I think it'll take more
players.
time. I think it'll take more time in Detroit for the Pistons than it will for the Detroit Lions.
I agree with you.
I think it'll take longer there, but it's going to happen because when you have less people on the court, all right, if you have less players on the team, that's, to me, in my opinion, I think that's harder to kind of fill those gaps. When you have players that are out here building these super teams. What's up, Brooklyn? They don't have Brooklyn Nets.
No, I got you.
I saw you looked up like, is somebody here?
No, I was like, Brooklyn, are you here?
But no, you have people building teams like this. How can you compete with teams like this? So you have to wait for these teams to break up, like you have to wait for Golden State to break up. And so, for me, I don't think the 76ers are going to – they're not going to win it. But they're going to have a good run. They're going to have a good run. I don't see Atlanta beating them. But if Embiid continue to play that way, the way he played last night, they should win it 4-2. They should win it 4-2.
Kevin said Van Gundy had no clue. Do you know what the problem is? Do you know what we do in this town? And we're living through it right now. We're living through it right now. Deep down inside, we all know the answer, but people don't want to admit it. That's what we do in this town. So what it does is it makes a bad situation worse. Okay? So what I mean by that is this. Anybody with half a brain in their head knew 2 years before Stan Van Gundy was gone that he did serious damage to this franchise. But when media guy comes out and says that, do you know what people say? You're being a hater. And so we have to go through that. So we have 2 more years of damage. And then finally, after the guy's gone, then all the people that said you were an idiot and why do you have to be like that and you're a hater finally confess and they go, yeah, that Van Gundy guy, boy, he sure was a mess. Pardon me if I don't sit back and go, well, that's interesting because 2 years ago I was being a hater and I'm just trying to rile people. Or my favorite word, as we well know, troll. I'm trying to troll because I that's what I do. I don't talk the truth. I just try to troll people. And we're living that right now with Al Avila. You know that, right? We are. We're all living it. I wouldn't say we're in the middle of it because people would get more defensive of Al Avila a year ago, 2 years ago. But we're going through that. Say one day we're all going to have that conversation that Al Avila absolutely positively screwed the Tigers up longer than they should have been. But you know what? While he's here, nobody wants to buy that. Nobody wants, because we all want to believe. We all want to believe that the good times are just right around the corner. We lived it with Matt. Here, I'll take it back even further. Matt Millen. Like by 2005, if you couldn't figure out that Matt Millen was a disaster, it's because you didn't want to.
Yeah.
Joique, I told you this. I was working on a radio show where people were arguing with me and this guy, Killer. At that time, he wasn't my partner. We would do like a once a week segment.
Yeah.
And he picked them to go 4-12, and I picked them to go 3-13. People killed us. Oh, well, obviously you haven't been watching preseason. 2008. You haven't been watching preseason football, and they go, well, golly gee, everybody wants to go 4-0. Right?
I remember when that happened, somebody came to you and said, oh, they're going to go on a run. You said, they're not going to win a game.
They're No, I 3-13 was my prediction. I was 3 games wrong. I said 3-13, and people are like, oh, you're just trolling. And it's just like, so, but then what happens? Again, today, Find me one person. That Matt Millen, boy, if we would have just given him one more year. But that's what we do. And Kevin, I'm not pointing the finger at you. I hope you know that. But this is the stuff that you have to deal with. I mean, Al Avila.
Before we get out of here, I want to take time to acknowledge someone.
Yeah.
Sawyer, you did a great job. You did a great job, Sawyer. He did the whole first half of the show, and now Art's coming back in because he wants to reclaim his throne. We'll hear more about that when we come back. Woodward Sports. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
That question right now. No, Joique, you need to ask that question
That-
on the air.
that's a real
Can
question.
you ask it? No, I seriously, that's an
When,
important
when you
question.
guys have tacos, do you guys prefer to put sauce on it or the Ortega sauce or the Taco Bell? I'm an Ortega guy. Kennedy is she like the Taco Bell sauce. What about you, Sean?
I love sour cream on my tacos.
I mean, but what sauce though?
You know what? As I've gotten older, I told you I need taste. I used to put fire on there. I want taste. I want a good, robust flavor. So, you know what? I like the Taco Bell mild. I think that's a good, robust flavor. I like it. You know, you can call me a wimp or whatever. Okay, good. You're a hero for eating
You
hot
like
sauce.
Ortega?
Ortega's good too.
Yeah.
That's you got. You know, you get the little chunks in there. It's
So-
almost like a pico de gallo, right? Little
You
thicker.
can. Yeah, you can. You can get the thicker one.
Yeah.
I always get like the mild. I always get like the mild.
I like the mild.
Yeah, mild or medium.
I'm the only person in my family that really likes the sour cream on it, though.
Why? Everyone loves.
I don't know. Nobody in my family likes it. So yeah, But all right, full disclosure, since you brought it up, do you know what I do with my tacos? I crunch them in a bowl. I don't eat it like a taco.
No.
I put and I crunch it like I take a spoon
with
and
chips.
no, with the taco shell itself, and I crunch it and
that's
crunch it.
same- yeah, that's
and
the same
I
thing,
just
yeah.
it's almost like a taco salad, except there's no salad in there.
That's it. So this is what you
I
do. You
don't
take
need
the
that green
Doritos.
stuff.
You take the Doritos. You put them in a bowl. You put
That's
the cheese
good.
on top. Right. You put it in the microwave. You warm it up. And then you put like the meat in there after you cook it. The meat, the lettuce, the cheese, the sour cream, the guac, the Ortega sauce. You chop it in there. Can't go
Steve,
wrong.
salsa that is made of serrano peppers, tomato, and cilantro. That sounds good.
Isn't that called a walking taco? Is what you're
A
describing?
walking taco is actually when you take a bag. So they used to sell these at our basketball game. They were delicious. You buy like a quarter bag of Doritos, and what you do is you open it up. They take like the ground beef, they pour it on top. They put cheese, they put the sour cream in it, and shake it up a little bit before you put a fork in there, and they just give it to you, and you go back in the game. So you have like a walking. That's a walking taco. But yeah, those are. We got to bring those back. We got to bring those back.
Do you know what I do all the time? And I'm not just saying this because like he's coming in a few minutes for the smoke show and he's my friend, but my boy at the butchery, and I told him this months ago, I picked up like a crap load of his bacon brisket burger. I mean, it's a great burger. It's bacon brisket burger. But I had a couple left over one day, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to use that instead of regular beef. I'm going to use the bacon brisket burger and make tacos with that. I'm telling you what, it was phenomenal. Absolutely. Because there's, bacon, brisket, some sirloin in there, and you mix that with that, the spices or whatever. Oh. So now, the sad thing is, when we have taco night, which is a lot, my wife loves quesadillas, though. She loves to do the quesadillas, but when we do that, we specifically
I haven't done that. I haven't done that at home yet.
We use the bacon brisket burger, and it's so good, but it's unfortunate because we used it so much that it's like all of the patties are gone. So I have to go see Dave to buy more patties, because I want a burger,
Yeah.
I mean, if I have my druthers, give me a big fat burger, right? But there's just so many different things you can do with like the Mexican stuff. You know what I mean? It's,
I'm gonna tell you now.
Steve's great carnitas, yes.
Hell yeah,
absolutely.
Crunch Wrap. Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Yep. great.
Delicious.
Fantastic. Great stuff. It's amazing how often on this show we come back to food.
Preach.
Dave said, bringing a hashtag taco legend with me. Dave, you and I had this conversation. Do you know what I did at Christmas time? And I even took a picture of it. I took, you know how they do this stupid colored tortilla chips? So I did this giant tray of like green and red chips and sprinkled the bacon brisket burger on top of it and put shredded cheese over it. Phenomenal. I made a tray of nachos.
A quesalupa? You guys?
Which one's a quesalupa?
I don't know. You might have to explain that story. I don't know what that is. Somebody just came in and said they're boycotting Taco Bell until they bring back the quesalupa.
Which one's that?
Yeah, fairly certain the quesalupa, it's like the chalupa shell, and then they take a soft shell tortilla and put like nacho cheese in it and then fold it around the chalupa shell. I'm pretty sure that's what they were calling it.
Oh,
and it was phenomenal.
I got it. So they take the hard shell.
Yeah.
They take 2 hard shells, put it together.
Yeah.
They put the meat in between that with the cheese. They take a soft shell, put more cheese on top of the hard shell, and then wrap the soft shell around the hard shell, and then they grill that down, and then boom, that's what you have. Pretty. I know what you're talking about now. It's pretty good.
Why don't they bring back like the nacho fries full time? I mean, if people love them so much, just bring it back.
They probably, I don't know. They probably sell more.
You think they're trying to build up like interest in it? You think that? I mean, it's just
That's exactly what they're doing, Sean.
What's that?
That's exactly what they're doing. Building
Like
interest.
the Popeye chicken sandwich? Okay, that's what they're doing. Sell out everywhere, and then bring it back. And
Popeye's chicken sandwich is good.
Did you try it?
Many times.
Guys,
Many
I'm hungry. Can we talk about sports, please? I don't eat often, and I'm starving. Can we talk about sports?
Kennedy brought up a great topic.
Was it about food?
That was about football, but somehow we'll get into food. Dave, hurry up. Get here, Dave.
Please.
Get here, Dave. Kennedy said, make it make sense. And I'm sorry, this goes back to something I talked about months ago, okay? She said Carson Wentz and Julio Jones have been traded in 2021, but neither were valued enough to be traded for a first-round pick. But Stafford was dealt for 2 first-round picks and Jared Goff.
Quick, because I just made an utter idiot out of myself, so it's a normal day. I thought that we were talking about the quarterback for the New York Giants, so before I get a text about, hey, you screwed this up, I thought we were talking about the New York Giants quarterback. Why are you, what are you doing, Sean? Why are you... When it just says Joe, it literally, Kennedy, I'm not trying to be that guy, it just says Jones on the sheet. Are we talking about John Jones? What are we doing? Sorry, Kennedy.
This just happened. No. This just happened.
Sean, comment.
Hey, Art, in your defense, you're human and no one's perfect.
Don't tell that to my boss.
Did you, hold on. Did you hear what Joique just said to you?
Yeah, but I don't believe it.
Joique had every reason to rain a storm on you. And did you hear how nice he was to you?
Yeah, but it makes me mad because I really wanted to talk about why are we comparing Jones and Wentz to Stafford and Goff, because Stafford and Goff are quarterbacks, and I really wanted to just play this video, so we might as well do it. We're playing. I have to play this now.
Why do you have to play it? Because you can't win. This is why he didn't get a first round. This is why he didn't get a first round. Right here. This is why. That's why. That's why he didn't get a first round pick.
You guys, Art is so good at sports. It's crazy.
Yep.
He's
just
so
put me
good.
in a booth about MMA and that's it. Jesus, what are we doing? So anyway, let's talk about Julio Jones.
That you asked. This is why he didn't get a first round pick.
I know.
If you listened to me, Art, months ago when this trade was made, while people were trying to say this was player for player, I'll say the same thing that I said months ago, and I'll say it now even more emphatically. The answer to that quandary is simple. The Rams wanted to get rid of a guy that they paid too much and realized wasn't their savior, and Matthew Stafford was better. So this worked for both teams. This was a win-win, okay? The Rams realized that their window is this, and the better chance for them to win is with Matthew Stafford over Jared Goff. The Lions realize they aren't winning, I almost swore, anything with Matthew Stafford, so they decided to take on a monstrous contract. They decided to take on a monstrous contract and get 2 first-round picks to help speed up their rebuild. It really is that simple.
And what was it? It was more. It was 2 first-round draft picks. Was it a 3rd rounder
Yes.
too, and a 5th rounder?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I said it then and I'll say it now. This was not capital N, capital O, capital T. This was not about Jared Goff. It was his contract that for the Rams, it was about Jared Goff. They realized this isn't the guy. We gave them a contract. We screwed up. They made their screw up go away by giving his contract to the Detroit Lions. And the Detroit Lions said, cool, we'll take it because that'll also help us suck for the next couple of years because his contract is such an albatross and we'll get even more higher picks. It was a brilliant move by the Detroit Lions. It was a brilliant move by Brad Holmes. And here's the end bonus.
And then renegotiated his contract.
Yeah. But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Let's play a game of pretend. I'm not gonna gaze into the crystal ball or anything like that. Let's play a game of pretend though. Let's say that Jared Goff does look like the guy from a few years back, okay? Then what an absolute 1,000% fleece job it really is. But the key to that trade was the first-round picks. The Rams were not going to get rid of that contract, that albatross, because it puts a team underneath a big umbrella. They were not going to get rid of that albatross without it costing them. And it cost them. But from a Rams vantage point, you know what they're saying? We got a better quarterback. We got a better quarterback. So the Rams can say, we won, we don't have this contract any longer, and we just upgraded our quarterback. And the Lions could say, well, crap, we still got this young guy, let's see what he has. Like that's the go-to line for Jared Goff, right? Now, can we stop for a second and analyze that go-to line and see how silly it is? Well, why don't we give him a chance? Of course we are. He's a quarterback of the Lions. Why? What am I going to do? Am I just going to go like this and throw him away? Wait, why don't we just give him a chance?
You know what? But just for the people who's been watching the show forever, everyone knows how you feel about Jared Goff. Everyone knows that. Everyone.
He isn't good.
Yeah, you call him a placeholder?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a placeholder.
He's a placeholder.
But he comes out and plays like he played in 2018, then he's a starting quarterback.
Oh, it'd be phenomenal.
And so he'll be the starting quarterback here for the next, 6-7 years.
Could you imagine
Build
that?
around him.
No, and I'm being serious.
I'm being serious.
Joique,
just hold it up.
If he went out and played like that, it would help this franchise so immensely it would be insane.
Drink the Jared Goff juice. Pause.
He's not going to be here in 2 years. But anyway, listen.
I'm drinking the juice. I think he's going to be here.
You guys.
I think he's going to be here. Who's going to?
You think he's a quarterback of the future?
I didn't say that. I said I think he'll be here.
He'll be here for 2 years.
He might be here longer than that. He plays well. He'll be here longer than that.
To me, that's a quarterback of the future, and I'd be pissed off. No, actually, if he plays really well, how could anybody say they'd be pissed off at that?
Yeah.
I mean, if he's that guy that, again, in 17 he was good, in 18, I mean, he was flipping.
He was good in 17, and 18 he was great. Yeah, had a great season. I mean, I'm not gonna.
If he plays like that, how could anybody be upset about
exactly.
it?
But he's not gonna play like that now.
No.
He's not gonna. And not because he doesn't have the capability, just he doesn't have the weapons around him. But yeah, he has the weapons around him.
I'm alarmed right now. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm alarmed. I'm looking at the air conditioning unit.
Sean, we're having some AC issues, and so not some AC issues, but some feedback issues. So I hate to tell the show, but unfortunately, we're not going to have the AC on for the rest of the show. I'm sorry.
Chat, please let us know if that fixes things.
Yep. I'm sorry, Sean. It's just the rules are rules, bud.
Well.
Sean's about to quit right now.
Oh, he's dipping. He's dipping. He's dipping. That's when you know.
Well, guys, this content's going to be crazy if it gets really hot in here, so.
Here's the thing is that...
I'm not swearing anymore. I'm not.
He's just packing a fat lip instead.
I'm not swearing.
Joique, how do you feel? You like people to have clean lifestyles. How do you feel knowing that Sean is still doing dip while working with an NFL legend such as yourself? That's got to bother you.
Nobody in the NFL.
Phil dips.
Okay.
I play with guys who dip every single day.
Oh,
So-
they say that the feedback sounds even louder now and to turn the AC back on.
Steve, you're the
Turn it back
best.
on. Thanks,
No,
Steve.
he's saying
Thanks,
that so you'll
Steve.
turn the AC on,
Turn
Kennedy.
it back on. The people spoken. The people spoken are.
Now, wait a
artists.
second. Mitch said, I'm sorry, Sean, but the feedback has gone on my PC speakers.
Okay, so no, I'm sorry, guys. We got to have great content over being comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. As soon as we turn it off, they start having the feedback.
No, they just said that it sounds better now. So listen, sometimes you got to suffer to succeed.
Why wouldn't we turn it on and
You
turn
know
it
who I
down
trust?
low?
I trust Lynn. Lynn said, I
Why
don't
can't you
hear
turn
any
it
back
on and turn
noise
the
on
fan?
Facebook.
My thing is
There's
this.
no
Why
such
can't we?
thing as low.
why-
There's one thing: high or zero.
No, listen, the problem that we're having is that one person is complaining and we take it as, oh shit, we got to change everything.
There were multiple
Oh, it's
people.
It's multiple people.
Oh, it was multiple
Yeah,
people?
it's multiple
Okay,
people.
no AC. Keep the content going, Sean. Actually, we got to go to break.
It's like 69 degrees in here. If you can't deal with this, get out.
And it's 69
It's
days.
69 because he just turned it off, Fish. He just turned it off.
Okay, but it's 69. If you guys
Right
can't
now.
deal with
Right now.
Okay,
Right
if
now.
you guys can't deal with
Right
39
now,
minutes
Fish.
of nowhere,
Right here,
I can't
right,
tell
right
you
now,
anything.
Fish.
Anyway, we'll
You can't
see
deal
you
with
guys
39
after the
minutes
break.
of nowhere.
This is a gateway.
Oh, but I can play spring summer camp in 90-degree
Hey,
heat.
be quiet. The producer's talking. Go
You
ahead.
see this?
Ooh, okay, Bessie.
The paramedics are mind readers. They know I'm going to pass out, and so they're already on their way. Did you hear that? Yeah, they're coming. It's going to be on all of your conscience. When the old man passes out from heat exhaustion, I hope you sleep well tonight.
Nipples are sweating.
I'm not going to swear.
Did you say your nipples are sweating? Go to break.
Go to break. What was
Sawyer,
yours?
get him!
Is that what you said?
Hey guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
Right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz.
You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5.
Every day, right here on the hook.
On Woodward Sports Network.
You said what was that, Art?
Today is 6/9, so it's Happy 6/9 Day or Happy 69 Day.
It is 6/9 Day.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
What are you doing for?
I never-
what are you doing for 6/9 Day?
I'm gonna listen to Tekashi 6ix9ine while.
What? While what?
I'm joking. It was a joke. I don't want to. This is gonna get grimy. Let's just move on. Sports.
Adam said you can
Fish,
only
what you
hear
doing
the
today for
AC.
6/9 Day?
Okay.
Go ahead, Sean. Camera's on you. Don't interrupt the legend. Go ahead, Sean.
You know what happened do you know what happened 27 years ago today?
What happened?
Canadians won the Stanley Cup. It was our last one. We're overdue. We're overdue. Overdue.
Overdue.
Yeah, they're overdue.
So are you excited? Are you excited? Are you excited?
No, because they're not going to win.
1967, bitch.
I have a new rule. If the air conditioning is off, my dip is in.
Hey, that's the thing. That's the thing for. That's the thing.
You want me to
You
go?
can do when you don't sign a contract.
I'm gonna be sitting in here. I'm gonna be sitting in here like I'm sweating, like I'm out on Sawyer's farm. So you're gonna treat me like a redneck. I'm gonna be full redneck. Hold on.
Turn your head around. I like that.
Let's go, Sawyer. What do you need me to do?
Are you Luke Bryant?
What do you need me to do?
It's giving
I
me
can bail
frat,
hay.
Sean.
I can bail hay. Let's go.
You're like Luke Bryant. You should start singing about your beer in your truck and your
Bryant?
dog.
Seriously?
Yeah. You can, well, the backwards hat. You know.
I'd rather
Luke
hear
Bryan?
AC than dip.
Who is Luke Bryan?
He's a
Me
country
too.
music star.
He's
Jesus.
a
I know who
country.
Luke Bryan is. I know who Luke Bryan is.
Okay.
What
so-
do you guys think about this? Because you know
He has
what?
one song that I like.
I got to be completely honest with you. I do not, and this is where you guys are going to call me heartless, and that's okay. I don't want to say zero. I have 1% sympathy for Cameron Kinley. I do. I have 1% sympathy for Cameron Kinley. And if you don't know who Cameron Kinley is, he was captain of the football team at Navy. He was class president at Navy. and he was denied by the Naval Academy.
Oh, that was
Denied by the Naval Academy the opportunity to play for the Tampa Buccaneers at this time. And time out before you think I'm really a terrible human being.
Yes.
If they said you can't play ever, never, never, ever, if they said you can't never, ever, ever, ever play, then I would feel sorry for him. And I feel sorry for him because you're this close to getting something that you want, and it's right there, and the opportunity is there, but you can't grab it.
No.
So in that regard, I feel sorry for him. Do you know why I don't feel sorry for him?
Why?
Son, you went to the Naval Academy. You know what the rules are.
I'm going to tell you this.
Can't change game,
No,
pal.
time out. No, before we get into it, we need to explain the situation. So here's a video clip. Or, Joique, if you want to explain it real quick, because I think people are confused as to why we're discussing.
Go ahead. Play
Yep.
the video.
All right, here's the clip.
Honestly, I feel like the military and football go hand in hand. And for me, it's always been about setting an example and trying to be an inspiration, especially coming from a city like Memphis where there's not a lot of hope. And the fact that I had that platform and I was going to be able to play in the NFL and represent the Navy, being an ambassador for the military, but also be a young African-American man at that stage and be an inspiration to so many. That's what's hurting me, to not have that opportunity and that platform. I don't want anybody to deal with this heartbreak that I'm dealing with and having a dream taken away from you. If you want to pursue this opportunity, I don't see an issue with you being able to pursue this as well as serving as an officer in the military. They go hand in hand. It's never been about me trying to get out of my commitment, trying to get out of my service. I came to the Naval Academy knowing that I was going to serve as an officer, and I invested all my 4 years there becoming the best leader that I can be for when it comes time for me to serve. It was just the opportunity to fulfill two dreams of mine. You know, the opportunity presented itself, and who wouldn't want to go after that? You know, I had the opportunity to play in the NFL, serve as an ambassador for the Navy, and then whenever I got done playing, to go serve as an officer in the military. So it was a win-win in both scenarios.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Joique? I'm interested to hear your take. Because I'm sorry, I don't like the circumstances for the young man. I'm not completely heartless. I don't like, but there's something being lost in there, in this. They aren't saying that he can never go do it. This young man knew that there was a chance of this happening. It has happened to the most famous player from Navy, and that might be an overstatement because there have been some famous players at Navy. But did you ever hear of a guy by the name of Roger Staubach? Roger Staubach won the Heisman Trophy in 1963. Roger Staubach had to not only do his naval commitment, but he had to go to the Vietnam War as a member of the Naval Academy and wasn't in the National Football League for 7 years. Sorry, young man. I really am. It sucks. It does. I understand. Especially when other guys are have gotten this exemption. It stinks.
Now.
But at the end of the day, guess what? You knew what you signed up for. I don't know what to tell you. My heart goes out to you.
I hear what you're saying.
Eventually you'll be in the NFL, right? Eventually you'll be there. Let's hope eventually you're in the NFL.
Now, I hear what you're saying. Now, what I don't agree with is them denying him but allowing other players to go perform and play in the NFL. There's about another 4 or 5 players that are from either the Navy or other branches of another military school that were allowed to go.
Maybe you should half-ass it and not be as exceptional as he was. Maybe that's the lesson. Because that's what our government tells us every day. Don't go make more money. We'll punish you for it.
All right. Now, did you see the
Do you like that, Art? Come on, Art. Did you like how I threw that in there? And Joique agrees with me on that. I know he does.
Now, did you guys see the statement that he put out? Like, he put out like a 2-page statement on while without saying this isn't fair, he's saying it isn't fair. And for people, if they have any issues with this, to call and make complaints to these different persons that he kind of added into his So I don't want to go through this whole 2 pages, but if you guys want, we'll put it up on the site. We'll take a look. I'll give it to Art, or we can bring it up. But I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right because listen, let this kid go live out his dream. He came in, and they put a new legislation in when Trump was in office to allow people like him to go perform in the NFL and then come back.
Unless the Navy thinks that you're ensign material and you were an exceptional student and the class president and captain of the football team, and they think that you are Naval Academy material. And he knew that going in. Like that, I'm sorry. I was semi-joking, but at the same time, you know what? Maybe he should have half-assed it. Because that way the Navy said, we don't want Sean Baligian to be part of it. Yeah, go play football. Go do it. But this guy is obviously he's something special.
Well, I don't know if he's costing himself millions of dollars or if they're costing him millions of dollars. But right now, it's the best situation. Let the guy go and play. Let him go play out his NFL career. He's going to be in tip-top shape when he's done. Probably in better shape. Let the man go play, and then once he's done, he's going to go back to the Navy, and he's going to serve his time. But I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair to take something away from a guy who's been working his entire life to get to a certain point in his life. Another dream of his was being in the Navy. Why can't he do both? Why are you making this young man choose?
Because when he signed his name to the Navy, he knew that there was a chance this would happen.
And that's crazy how people can just own you like that, sign your life away.
Then don't sign it.
Just sign your life
There's
away.
a lesson for you guys out there. Don't
he's
sign
about
it.
to sign his life away when he signed this NFL contract.
He didn't sign it away. He can go play in the NFL later. If they said you can't play, if you can't ever play in the NFL,
Sean, you know that playing in the NFL your first year at 27, 28 versus playing in your first year at 22, 23 is totally different. It's going to take contracts from under your belt.
You know what? It worked out well for a guy named David Robinson.
How many years did he play?
It worked out
How
well.
many years did he play?
David Robinson played a long time. David Robinson, the Admiral, played a long time. It worked out really well for a guy named Roger Staubach. He's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. Won a couple Super Bowls. Is in the NFL. Look, you knew the possibility was there. No matter how small, no matter how great, you knew the possibility was there that the Navy might say to you, we look at you as ensign material. We do. We look at you as something, not just a guy who's passing through and, go play in the NFL. We think you have a future in the Naval Academy. We do. We think you have a future in the Naval Academy. Yeah. And that's what he signed up for. Sorry.
Here's my question. If they allow him to play and they allow him to basically breach his contract with the Navy, doesn't that create an alternative to where you see more people coming out and, hey, I need to leave my contract and leave my contract? I think the reason why the Navy is so strict on this is because at the end of the day, playing for the Navy and being in the Navy as opposed to being in the NFL are two totally different things. Like, if you show even a little wiggle room as an armed forces, that doesn't make you look good. So I think that's why the Navy's being so strict on it. Like, no, when you sign on that dotted line, you're ours. Like,
And he, by all accounts, he was, class president, captain of his team. He is a leader of men. And what are the armed forces looking for? And that's why, again, I'm not totally heartless. It sucks for him. Okay, it does, all right? But you also, there was a chance that this was going to happen, man. No matter how great, no matter how small, there was a chance this was going to happen. I would love to go back in time to the day that he signed with the Naval Academy and have a conversation with him and say, young man, I just came from the future. I'm here to tell you something's going to happen and you're not going to like it. You are going to have an opportunity to go to the NFL right away, but the Navy's going to tell you no. He knew that. He knew it.
Come on, he was a kid.
It's a hot stove.
He was a kid.
I know I shouldn't touch this stove.
Sean, it was a kid.
I'm going to burn my hand. And you touch the damn stove and you burn your hand. Well, who do I feel sorry for at that point in time?
Sean,
You're a dummy. Sorry.
He's not a dummy. He was a kid signing the contract because he wanted to be in the Navy, and he also wanted to play in the NFL. But I guess nowadays you can't choose both. You have to choose one.
The possibility was that this would happen, and
yeah, it's a possibility. It sucks for him, but that's my take on it. Let the kid go play. We don't know how long his career is going to be, and when he comes back, he's going to come back with actually more knowledge than what he had when he left the Navy Academy.
Well, why should we stop there? I didn't know I was going to be the third running back on the team. I want out right now. I'm gone. Why stop there? He didn't know. He was a kid out of college.
No.
He thought that he was going to be.
Versus
He
a kid out of high
thought
school is different.
he was going to be a pro player. Why stop there? I'm sorry. That's the way it is.
I think Amy says it best right here. Amy says, "What is your word worth if you're backing out of your signed commitment?" Like, it's a signed commitment.
The devil is in the details.
Right.
Hey, but not if they have a legislation that came out with a new law that Trump signed that gives them the right to leave, that gives them the right to
Not
back out
across
to
the
go.
board, though. Let's be
Okay,
not across the board. If you said every
Oh,
kid
boy,
can
here
leave
we
and
go.
you're not
Here we
letting
go.
him leave, then
Here we
that's a
go.
problem.
See, this is why LeBron is bringing power back to the players, because when they don't want you, then go ahead on. But when you have a value and you know your value, then we want to keep you because you know your value. So we'll let other players go do it, but not you, because we want you. They can have the other ones. No, that's not right. Either it needs to be like that across the board.
You're talking about free agents. He isn't a free agent.
No. I'm talking about the other kids that were in the same academy that they let go play and said, no, not you. We want you to stay here.
Well, why?
It doesn't matter why.
Yes, it does matter why.
It doesn't matter why.
It does. Sadly, it does. It does matter why. Joique, why do you pay more taxes? Why do I pay more taxes?
I don't pay for it.
Oh, wait, what?
No, I'm serious. Why? What's the answer to that?
The
You and I
IRS
had
has
this
entered the
conversation
chat.
last week, and we're on the same page. You and I are on the same page about this. You know what? It stinks, but that's the way it's set up. It sucks.
But I think
I hate paying 37%. It's stupid.
It's ridiculous.
It's not fair.
It's ridiculous.
It's wrong.
But listen.
But it you know what? It pays to do less, and that's what this kid's learning. He should have been. I almost swore. He should have screwed around in the Navy, because then they wouldn't want him.
Or you buy a lot of assets.
That's true.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's what she should have.
He should
Just be really
He should have been a
bad.
screw up. Then they don't want him.
Yeah.
All right, but should he flunk out the Navy Academy?
No, you don't have to flunk out, but you don't have to. No, the lesson here is don't be the best you can be.
I don't wanna get
because
out of- I
then you
don't
know
wanna
what
get up
we
before 5 in the morning.
We won't sign you as an ensign. You can go play in the NFL. This is a kid that was the best he could be. Be all you can be. Wasn't that one of the slogans years ago? Be all you can be. And guess what? The Navy said, he's ensign material. We'd like to keep him. And he knew that there was a chance of that happening. If he didn't know there was a chance of that happening, I'd be the first guy going, dude, this is wrong. He knew. And that's why it sucks.
It sucks that he was so good at his job.
No, listen. All right, stop.
Hold on.
That's it. It does.
It sucks that he was so good at his job.
Yep.
Yeah. I never seen a person get punished for being good at their job.
You live it every day. Your tax bracket lives it every day.
Okay, listen, let's break it down to simple terms, and then we have to go to break. When you sign a contract, should you stick to the details?
No. That's why people... No, I'm going to tell you why. You want me to tell you why?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll tell you exactly why. When Jared Goff came here, he had a big contract. Do we want to pay that contract? No. What they do, they restructure his contract.
But that's fine. I'm not talking about restructuring contracts.
No.
You sign the contract to begin with. You stick to the details of the contract.
That's what I'm saying. But if teams can do that, then players can do that.
But we're talking about the Navy. And we're talking about the armed forces.
Right. So if you let other players go, you need to let him go.
Joique, both parties agreed to the contract restriction for Joique Bell. For Jared Goff.
All right.
Both parties agreed to
They
that.
agreed to it.
The
Why?
Lions agreed to it, and Jared
But
Goff.
who brought it to the table? They brought it to the table, obviously.
Jared Goff doesn't have to agree to it.
Right.
He doesn't have to. No, there's no gun to Jared Goff's head saying, you agree to this. That's guaranteed money. He doesn't have to agree to anything.
But you're absolutely right. But what I'm saying is they had that option to go back and restructure that contract.
Right, but here's what I'm saying.
And he has the option to say no.
If we wanted to rework Joique's contract to come in at 10:15, you don't have to sign it. But you signed an original contract saying you would be here for 2 hours. That's why I don't argue it. I make jokes about it, but it's contracts. You signed the contract. He signed the contract to be a part of the Navy. Then the NFL comes along. You know, I'm reading the comments. People are saying like, "Hey, he might be in the NFL later on down the road," and then I'm seeing comments that say, "Hell no." So regardless,
Well, it's interesting. I mean, there. Another one that was brought up was Villanueva in Pittsburgh. Are you taking away some of your prime?
You're taking away your prime. That's what I'm saying.
You are taking away some of the prime earning. I get that,
especially for his position.
And that's why I'll say again, I'm not totally heartless. I feel sorry for him in that regard. That some of his prime earning is being taken away, yes. But do you know where that ends? Is when the reality hits him and everybody else. Son, this is what you signed up for. You knew there was a possibility of this happening, even if it was this small.
I want to get back into this more when we get back, but we got to take a short break. Stay tuned, because I want to dig in there a little bit more.
Oh, but hang on. Sean, can you tell me the over-under and if we're going to talk about this segment again coming up after break?
Yeah, definitely.
Right,
with baseball in full swing and the NBA playoffs, Stanley Cup playoffs, off to a hot start, you can make each and every series matter by having a stake in the game with mybookie.ag. Now, whether you are betting favorites or underdogs, player prop bets, or looking to make some cash, MyBookie gives you tons of options to make all your favorite matches a heck of a lot more exciting. And if you are looking to bet for the first time, but you don't know exactly what to bet on, they are there to help point you in the right direction. Like, for example, when are the next time Sean and Mike going to get together? Maybe you could find a prop bet in there. They will eat 3 racks of ribs. The over-under of wings will be 70 wings. Will Art be there or not? Might be a betting option. Those are the types of things that you can bet on. Go to mybookie.ag, sign up now, and use promo code Woodward to get your first deposit matched halfway up to $1,000. Let them know that we sent you. So you got to use that promo code Woodward to get that free deposit bonus and start your day off with a W. It can be win or it can mean wing. I can make some Cajun wings for Art. How many will Art eat? Yeah, you can bet on things like that. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Joique Bell, Sean Baligian, Woodward Sports.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
I love it.
Boy, it sure is getting warm in this room.
Yeah, where we at? Where are we now? 73,
Hey, I
75?
hope it sounds good, though. I hope you're all happy, and it's the best sounding. It's like angels.
I have breaking news. I got a message from Mitch, who is one of the big supporters here on the network. And Mitch says, he's calling the people out in the comments. This is not me saying this. Holy hell, these people. Feedback is gone now. Sorry to these people listening on Apple earbuds that didn't hear it. My computer speakers heard it clear as day. So with that being said, the announcement is we can have the air back. Can you get excited?
Why isn't anybody moving?
Get
Get over to that thermostat right now.
Producer.
Yeah, equality, Kenny. Get over there.
Equality. She even has on her heels today with her French
They're
tip
not
toes
heels,
on.
they're flats, aren't they?
No, they're not flats. She has on heels.
Mike's got some nice shoes on. Look at Mike.
I
Ooh,
see
look at
styling
those.
profile.
Mike, what do you got on, Mike? Oh, all right.
Okay, check you out. But really quick.
There you go. You guys happy now? You get
Now we're talking about, hold on. We talking about Cameron Kinley and him being held from going to pursue his career in the NFL. Now, my thing is this, though. And they say they want him to serve his time in the Navy and then go back into the NFL and lose a lot of prime years in the NFL, which we know that usually once you hit about 30, you start to become a dinosaur in this league. Now, everyone can't be a Frank Gore, all right, and play 16 seasons, going on the 17th season now. Now, he's a different animal. I can't compare him to – that's a different animal. To play 16 years at running back in this league, in this new day and era, is nothing short of amazing.
He's incredible.
Nothing short of amazing.
I'll talk about another Navy man. Roger Staubach's career was delayed until he was 29 and played until he was 39. And the only reason he retired at age 39, because he could still move around and everything, was concussion problems. He was one of the real early concussion guys. He got his brain rattled around. He had a phenomenal 10-year career. Like I said, he won 2 Super Bowls, and he was a damn good quarterback at age 39. And really, legitimately, you could look it up, fact check me. The only reason he retired is because his brain was getting rattled around. You know, and you're absolutely right, Joique. There aren't many guys like that. You know what we don't talk about enough, and I'm very serious when we say this. Yeah. We don't talk enough about guys like Frank Gore. We don't talk enough about guys like Tom Brady.
Now, tacos aren't underrated. Frank Gore is totally underrated.
Oh, 100%.
Totally underrated. He doesn't get the respect he deserves.
Tom Brady is not underrated, but what is underrated is how old Tom Brady is. That is underrated. And can I tell you why Tom Brady is underrated? Because Peyton Manning, when the bottom dropped out of Peyton Manning, the bottom dropped out of Peyton Manning. He couldn't throw anymore. We saw it with your boy Drew Brees. All due respect, okay? Yeah. Drew's arm was shot, okay? Yeah. How Tom Brady continues to do what he does at his age isn't talked enough about. We talk about him being the GOAT, but we don't talk about the guy's 75. Come on, man. I have a tough time making it around my block. Thank God for my walker. Hi, I'm Sean Baligian for walkers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And this is Frank Gore is in the Frank Gore is getting pounded. The man's getting pounded, and he just keeps going out there. Death, taxes, Frank Gore.
And so Art put into, or Kennedy put into the I guess the script. What makes Frank Gore different? What code has he broke?
I'm going to shut up.
That allows
Professor Bell's in the house right now.
I'm going to tell you what it is. It's simple. It's simple math.
Put my hat on back.
Being available. Being available. That's the code. Being available. This guy has played 16 seasons in the NFL, and he's missed less than 16 games. That's 1 game a season. That is 1 game a season on average. This guy's missed less than 16 games in his career. That right there is what separates him from running backs who played 2 or 3 years. I know backs who missed 16 games, right? 16 games in 1 season. IR. Hurt. Bill Russell said it best. The best thing you can do for your organization is be available. And Frank Gore has he's not only been able to be available, but he's been productive. Now, last year he averaged 3.5 yards a carry, which isn't great, but the guy of his knowledge of having a locker room to get production out of him, to have him around your younger guys, showing them the things that they can do to make sure that their bodies are available day in, day out, year in, year out. This is the type of guy you want in your locker room.
Joique, you know what I love? You just said something, because I think sometimes stats tell a story, but they don't tell the whole story. And what I mean by that is this. All right, yeah, maybe you look at it and you go, the end is nigh for Frank Gore. Can we get out the magnifying glasses and look at how many tough yards that guy gets? Right? I don't give a crap if you're averaging 3.5 yards a carry. I don't, really. Yeah. If on 3rd and 2, I know I give the ball to you and you're getting 2 yards.
Yeah.
If on 4th and 1 at the 1 yard line,
at the goal line, you get it.
Screw
in.
This. I don't need that. I don't need the field goal.
But
we need a touchdown now.
But that's where
if
the
you're
scouting
getting me
comes
the
in.
tough yard, I'll take 3.5 yards.
But that's where the
a pop.
scouting comes into play, and not having lazy scouters going looking at numbers and not really watching the full.
You're right.
You know, and that happens a lot more often than not.
Sure does.
Unless you're a big name.
You're damn right.
Unless you're a big name.
Arthur.
I think longevity plays a bigger part than what people want to realize, because when you look at how much attention we pay to the draft, and it's great to have the new players come in, that's great, but I mean, when you're looking at these stats, 16,000 yards joining Walter Payton and Smith, like, he's the all-time leading rusher for the 49ers. Like, you're talking about longevity, but what makes Frank Gore, because the man just looks unhuman. When you look at this picture, he looks like the black version of Brock Lesnar. I'm just being honest. Like, the dude is stacked and just, that's a savage. But
he's on the Joique Bell workout.
Yeah, but how do you do that in a league to where they take no prisoners? Like, what do you attribute that to? Is that genes? Is that just dedication?
That's everything. That's the full combination of God-given talent, the right mental attitude, the right work ethic, the right genes, all right, the right environment that you grew up in, because sometimes the environment that you grew up in can help you build the mentality that he has to become successful and play in this league.
We talk about it all the time.
Look at that, 3 of them.
You know, we saw an example here.
Is that you, Art?
That was me.
Like, why did they put that in the video?
We saw an example of it right here in our own backyard, okay? You know, we always talk about the guys that, you know, I bring up Marion Barber or Sean Alexander, okay?
Get Chad on the phone.
Do you know who we saw? Do you know who we saw here? Up close, personal. We all saw it in our own little petri dish.
Calvin Johnson?
LeGarrette Blount.
Oh, LeGarrette Blount.
It was done. It was over. It was over. Everybody knew it. I think LeGarrette Blount, now a couple of years removed, would probably sit back and say, wow, it bottom dropped out. You know, it happens to guys, and it hasn't happened to Frank Gore. LeGarrette Blount was a productive back the way he was utilized for many years, you know, and when he came here, it didn't take you long. He was done. It was over. And if you don't believe me, there's a reason why his phone didn't ring after he left here. If guys think you can play, they're going to give you a contract. And there's a reason why his phone didn't ring.
Well, now he's got his son, too, which Steve brought up a good point. His son could be a future NFL star, too. Like,
yeah.
It's
So what it is that if he plays, I think, like 1 or 2 more seasons, I think he'll be the first player in history to be able to play with his son in the NFL.
Could you imagine that? That'd be unbelievable.
Frank Gore Jr. and
All right,
Frank
listen,
Gore.
we need to take a quick break. We got to hit on 2 things. One of the worst logos I've ever seen. I'm not joking when I say that.
I like the logo.
And,
I like the logo.
all right, I'm out of here now.
Yeah.
It's official now. And Joique's going to talk about a big weekend coming up. It's creeping up.
It's creeping up.
Stay tuned.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys.
All right, so I don't know if you guys saw this yet. So I'm going to ask you all to pay attention for a second because our boy Art's about to bring up a graphic. And let me just say this. Let me give the warning. If you are easily disturbed, if you're queasy at seeing grotesque things,
this is what we're going to do.
You might want to turn your head right now.
This is my first
okay?
time seeing it too, so it's my first time with everyone else.
Don't say that you weren't warned, all right? Here is a Lions logo.
Put the kitties to bed.
What is wrong with that?
It's got an L on it.
That
For
is
Lions, what do you
awful.
expect?
Awful.
You know what though?
Awful.
With what's going on with the Lions and their historic history of
Lions. You said Lions.
And their historic history of not winning in the playoffs and not making a run for a Super Bowl, I don't think the best thing to do is to put an L on the middle of the fan's forehead. I just, regardless of what you're talking about.
Great take, Joique.
I just don't think that's a smart idea. Like, if they wanted to do something
It's
like,
so ugly.
if they want to do something with like, I don't know, but I can probably pay somebody to do another logo that, you know, I'll get the rights to
Yeah,
it.
Justin here. Justin could make a better logo.
You know what? You give me 5 minutes in the bathroom and I'd come up with a better logo than that. I would. Give me a Honolulu blue hat
All right.
and give me 5 minutes.
You know what's not an L though? You know what's not an L? The Joique Bell Charity Weekend.
Do you have some emergency meat, Dave, that I can just chew on for the last couple? This has been a very, very tense show.
The Joique Bell Charity
Bus,
Weekend.
club,
It's coming up next
another
week.
club,
Pull
another
up.
club,
Oh, man.
another club, plane,
Pull up.
next place,
Oh,
no
man.
sleep,
Did
no
you
sleep.
Did you play that fast? Did you fast forward that?
No, it played like that automatically.
Okay,
And then
I
here-
like it. And these are the have Trick coming, have Clarissa Shield, Kelvin Johnson, Rob Sims, have all my homegirl Morel, I have Jelana, I have Jeremy Langford, Jordan Howard, Baligian from 106 and Park, Mac Dolian. I have Darren Hayes. I got my boy Soup Harris, DJ K Dirty, DJ Flex, Stephen Tullock, Alex, the best yoga, the professional best yoga instructor you'll ever have. And then I have Mike Weber. It's about to be crazy.
Where is it? Can I ask, where is Bill Bentley?
Bill Bentley is not coming. Why?
I'm disappointed in you, Mr. Bentley.
Me too.
Can I ask why Darius Slay won't be there?
He might be there.
Oh, I'm.
Oh,
so,
God.
So,
I'm going
so
now.
the thing is this, though. So I have a lot of, these are the players, these are the people that's confirmed. I have other people who are coming that's not confirmed that's going to be there as well. So it's going to be like a
surprise.
It's going to be a surprise. So come and see. And it's like, I have more people coming, but I didn't put them on the list. Because I made the flyer. I made that like way before they confirmed with
Well,
me.
I'll make sure to wear my Slay jersey for every single day.
Here's
cool.
the other thing.
And so,
how come I'm not on there?
Because you're not a celebrity.
Okay,
so,
thank you.
So Thursday, but you're getting it though. Like people starting to know you wherever you go.
Thanks.
And so Sean, I was gonna put Sean on there, but Sean doesn't like being in the public eye.
You didn't ask him. Sean, would you have liked to have been on that flyer?
No.
Sean, agree with me.
No.
Sean's got meat in his mouth. When he's got meat in his mouth, he's happy.
I don't like the way that sounds. So
Yeah, clip that, somebody.
yeah, it is Pride Month, but so Thursday would be the bowling event. So play the thing for me real quick.
No
I got
sleep.
you. So pause it right here.
Bus.
So
No
the first
sleep.
event we have is the pause
Bus.
it right here. Good job. Is the bowling event. So we have that on Thursday night to kick it off. That'll be from 6 to 9. It'll be great. Tournament, catered food, DJ. It'll be a great
Club.
time. Go to the next. We have the golf scramble, which is going to be the Friday morning, Friday early afternoon. We'll get the times to you guys when you guys go onto the website.
Another
You'll be
club.
able to see it. The 5K kickoff. We're running a 5K starting at my high school and ending at my high school right before the next slide.
Another club.
Right before my football and dance camp, where I have some of Beyonce background dancers coming down to teach a dance camp. Yeah, so it's pretty dope.
Pretty cool.
Yep. And then I have Sean will be here to commentate this celebrity flag football game, which is going to be a lot of fun.
They almost made me all-time quarterback after watching me throw passes to Art.
We did. So we're actually going. We actually had a contract. But you know what? Sean backed out of it.
All right, next. Come on.
Sean backed out of it. And then we're going to end it with the one night
Devil's in
affair.
the details.
Exactly. And so we're going to end it with the one night affair, which will be held
Next
at
place.
our college there in Ben Harbor. But can you go back to that? Semi-formal. And on here, it says $250 for best dress. Is actually $1,000. I upped it.
Damn. Can I win that?
Yeah. Have you seen what you wear?
Well, I need to borrow some money from you. I was going to talk to you after.
Okay.
Is Young Gravy going to be there? That was
No.
Not Young Gravy, but Lil Dicky might be there.
Who?
Kennedy Big Crush.
Is he?
Kennedy loves the Little Dickies. Well, no, I didn't. I put an S on stuff. I didn't mean it like that. This just got weird. We can end the show now.
All right, let's go. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. I'm just proud that Kennedy came to her senses and she stopped doing what she was doing early on the show.
Busting it open, Kennedy. Are you going to say the gangs?
Thank you
Sean
very
Baligian,
much.
Joique Bell. Baligian the Bell. Tap in tomorrow. Gang.